Yeah, good morning, all of you. Greetings of the day. In fact, all Lendi is inside now. Even the external examiner is the internal member earlier, and we'll be very happy to have you on board. And just now, Madhavi ma'am also is entering. So, in fact, Lendi Institute of Engineering and Technology offers the engineering programs. We all know that the engineers at the end would always love to have the opportunities. And as part of their opportunities, welcome Madhavi ma'am. Thank you so
Hello.
much. We
Nice
waited
to
for
see
you.
you after a long time, Haribabu sir.
Thank you, ma'am. We waited for you, and just I have taken permission from Shravani ma'am to start it as you are
Yes.
on the way
Yes.
joining. And we also have put this on the live streaming. Would you love to have it, or you want me to stop the streaming?
It's okay. It's okay. Go ahead, please.
No problem. Then, yes. Lendi Institute of Engineering and Technology offers basically engineering programs. And as part of the engineering programs, naturally, the communication skills classroom is a very common phenomena. As the part of this Lendi Institute, ELCS lab has its own role to play, and we are very happy in guiding, driving the students like any other college does. But fortunately, most of the students have taken it to their heart and then they started making it as a journey. They always call, we love Hari sir, is Hari sir replaced by ELCS lab? They always say language lab is an emotion, language lab is a connection, lab is a step for a place for all kinds of support activities to be carried out. So when they have taken this as a journey, we have realized, of course, we need to do something else more than what we as teachers to do only with language. We have started giving them, offering them various courses as autonomy has given us autonomy in introducing skill development activities in one bucket, value addition in the other bucket, aptitude and attitude development, the other bucket. Like that, we have picked up around 4 or 5 courses to be offered on this lab as a platform. And as part of this, students have made it a big journey, almost starting with understanding, that is owning, in the phase when they have joined the language lab, they always take a semester to understand each other, both the stakeholders, one side teachers, the other side learners, understand each other. They have invested a course, they have invested a semester's time through a course. Similarly, aiming is the last part of the journey, and in which this batch is now taking up the exam. So aiming is something like taking up their own experience into a real field, real-time challenge or real-time field of facing an interview or facing a job recruitment interview or higher education admission, or in any other area where they wanted to advance their career. They put their experience in terms of communication in the real-time challenge. So that is how the 2 phases involve 3 to 4 other phases like setting, directing, learning, developing. So as part of this interesting lab journey, most of the times the students have started doing for learning. This is this is the very motto and objective of our laboratory, learning by doing. And as part of this learning by doing concept, there are interestingly courses like English for employability, English for academic writing, English for research paper writing, similarly, English for job seekers. So as part of this journey, and one by one, step by step on the ladder, that they really come to aiming stage where they can produce the best, we have already witnessed. And thanks for this kind of an opportunity that you have given to set the context. The typical work plan of this exam that I have already shared earlier is for around first half an hour to check and set the context and then see that all of us are having a kind of introduction. You being teachers introduced to themselves, and they being the learners will introduce to you. And why this virtual interview again? Since the whole world is today in the fingertips of our own virtual presence, so most of the companies, most of the higher education admissions are happening this way. That's why we strongly believed in this kind of a work would definitely help the students one side. On the other side, anyway, failing before a HR manager is happening inevitably. Why can't they fail here? That is what the strata of all our team. If at all they fail here, they'll have 1 year's time in hand. If they fail there, I don't think they'll have a lot of time. That's why we wanted to give them a culture shock. Not having the teachers in and around our campus, or inside teachers, or only teachers. So the very game has certain interesting rule of sitting before someone who is not known to them so far. Divya, around 10 years ago, she passed from the campus, and then Madhavi ma'am is also not known to them anymore. Only Madhavi and I have got an opportunity to meet each other in language teaching forums, but most of the students do never know that. Similarly, this is a kind of mock, kind of an interview. Before they take up the interview, this will help, and this was what our idea all about, and we started it for the past 4 or 5 years, well before corona's advent. We started doing it, and this is giving wonderful results. So thank you for your time. Who generally accepts for this kind of a mad initiative, and you have come forward having patience, and in the 21st century, nobody has a lot of extra time, but you both have come to help us for these students from suburbs of Vishakhapatnam, Vizianagaram, who take communication as one of the major interesting areas to master. So thank you so much. Both Divya ma'am and Madhavi ma'am are with us. And typically the exam has first half an hour for introductions, and next 1 hour is for the crux of the interview, where the students will come into your breakout room and they can start talking to you. You can intervene, you can question, and the last half an hour is reserved for your remarks. If at all the time is not available for you, I request you to write in detail. If you can write the same, we can attach to the scorecard that we offer through our examination cell. This is the whole context. Thanks for the opportunity that you have given. In fact, I have taken to set the context. Now the context is set. The activity now goes to Big Hall. Over to Ma'am Shravani or Ma'am Lata.
Thanks for the nice introduction. Thank you.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you, Madhavi ma'am, and Lata ma'am, you can take it over.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, Hari, sir. Good afternoon to all the esteemed external examiners present here, Divya ma'am, Madhavi ma'am, and Team English, and my dear student fellows. Really, it's very honored to be here today as a part and parcel of these institutions. Today, we are going to witness the culmination of dedication, hard work, learning of these students right from their first year. And they're here finally on their final stage where they are going to perform their learning today in front of you people. And apart from this, guidance of our Hari sir, these budding technocrats, not only they have excelled in their technical skills, but as a well-developed individuals. So all the credit goes to our Hari sir, making them to a well-groomed person so that they can excel themselves in the professional world even too, with having a good ethical knowledge and as well as technical knowledge. So here in this course, they have underwent with a number of activities based on their communication skills, where they focused on the grammar and vocabulary, Apart from that, they also focused on the writing skills and their communication skills, job skills, which are very important for them to make themselves well driven for the real time situations, for the industry readiness. So I wish all the very best as the embark of this final stage. I wish all this young buddy guys uh, heartfelt wishes to have their good future. Now I would like to ask Rakshita to convey her experience on this ELCS lab. As ELCS lab is providing a ample of opportunities for them to do experiments on the communication skills, how they develop themselves right from the first stage till today. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to hand over the microphone to Rakshita.
Uh, Good afternoon, Hari sir, and good afternoon to Divya ma'am and Madhvi ma'am for being a part of this external examination. And I thank Lata ma'am for giving me this opportunity. As a first year student, I was very afraid of speaking in front of people. I was not really confident in what I was speaking. I was not sure if I was speaking properly, and I didn't know anything about presenting in front of people. Now, at the end of this session, uh, after all these years of practice and the guidance from the teachers, I'm very confident about how I talk and how I present myself in front of a crowd. And not along with this, they helped me build my vocabulary, made me strong in my speaking abilities. And sorry for that. And they motivated me to participate in various extracurricular activities. I was too focused in the curriculum based works and not focusing on the extracurriculars. They told me that it would help me build my overall personality, and they motivated me. And through the phases of failure, uh, they stood beside me, patted on my shoulder, and said, "It's okay, it will be fine. You can do well next time." They supported me through all those bad phases and good phases. They helped me celebrate through the good phases and not let that ego go to my head. I thank everyone to everyone who's been a part of this, and everyone who made me a better person. Thank you.
Thank you, Rakshika. Yes, what she said is right, sir. Our ELCS lab logo is also like that. Collaboration, compete, and communication. So they are collaborating with each other and competing to make themselves ready for the real-time competitions. Now I would like to hand over this microphone to Abhishek to share his experience. Abhishek.
First of all, I want to thank the management for giving this wonderful opportunity. I want to greet Hari sir, Madhvi ma'am, and Divya ma'am behalf of our third year CSSC. And this lab, the ELCS lab, is special from day one. It has the lab has creativity and critical thinking in it, and we as students have experienced a good knowledge with the management and have made a bonding with the management very well. And I want to tell about the programs that held in this lab. Mainly, the mock interviews are very helpful for our future and given us the experience that we want as students to be at the future experiencing in front of the HR. And I want to tell about the case study, which was very fun, which was both fun and informative because gathering information from our seniors and speaking with them in terms of the career path they took and all the other stuff with it is very helpful. And especially I want to particularly talk about the group discussions which were very helpful for us because interacting with our friends and talking and sharing the thoughts different thoughts on the same topic is very very good. And I want to give a thank you for giving this experience a great experience for the management. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Your vision made them to face the real-time challenges. Whatever the activities that we have planned, you have planned, what we did in the ELCS lab are making them ready for the real-time situation for their professional growth. Thank you, sir. That's all from our side.
That's great. That's great hearing from Rakshita and Mr. Rakesh. Rakesh only?
Abhishek, sir.
Abhishek,
Abhishek.
Abhishek. Yeah, Abhishek. Abhishek. And there were so many who were very excited today. I don't know why. Maybe they are coming out having wings to fly high, or these two volunteered and they did not get the opportunity. You have got a lot of opportunity, and I know some of them are very, very open-minded in this class. I know that you have been putting right effort, and please keep doing this. Thanks to both the students who have mentioned effectively that they have learned. This is where all of us will be happy to have this win-win concept. And with this, I'll ask you to go into slot 2, Madam Shravani
Thank you,
Step.
sir.
Good afternoon, Hari sir, and good afternoon to everyone who are present here. And firstly, I would like to extend my warm welcomes to Divya ma'am and Dr. Madhavi ma'am. And once again, I thank you people for accepting our invitation and taking part in this evaluation process. Because though we have scrolled our form with many, there are few who are like-minded with us and they supported. So this definitely going to give best to our students. And I just want to give a glimpse of our EJS course because uh, initially we felt as a teacher personally, I felt that how are we going to do these many activities within 3 months of time? But every week is a challenging for us. We have to make students first understand what is our process and what is the need of taking part in these activities. So there we tried to plan a lot, and we used to have a discussion every day, like what best we can give it to our students. So definitely this discussion under the guidance of Hari sir made us to produce this course and as well as the activities which we have involved in it, especially coming to case study. uh, even students felt, ma'am, what is this, do we need to really do? And we are not getting people from different streams to interview. But when we asked them, when we made them to do it forcibly, slowly they tried to understand the sweetness in that activity. And I can say confidently that our ELCS lab gives number of opportunities for the students, because we never try to evaluate a person just by one single activity, because language is connected with their emotion. So based on that, we usually go. And for example, I have two students who are sitting just beside me. One is Vanilla and the other is Sanjay. If I see Vanilla by looking at face, she's very calm, and I never think that like she can do all her best. But once she starts speaking, definitely she'll give all her best. And in the same way, Sanjay, he speaks much. He speaks much, but I felt, really, is he going to give perfection in his work? Yes, he has done, because of the three C's which we follow, that is collaborate, compete, and communicate. So we have unique students, especially in this class. We just trigger their ideas and we start allowing them to express themselves. So I once again thank our Hari sir who has supported us and who trained us in guiding students. So now I think Vanilla is ready to share her experience. With your permission, I just want to hand over it to Vanilla.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, Hari sir and Divya ma'am and Madhavi ma'am. And good afternoon, everyone. And I'm Vinila from Computer Science and System Engineering. So, in my experience, English Lab is fun way of learning and communicating with all the people and learning a lot. So, I can still remember the first day I was in the lab and facing in front of the camera and introducing myself. I was so nervous and I don't even know what I'm speaking in front of the camera. Then my mom, Mahati ma'am, actually told me how to speak and how to be confident. and how to present myself in front of the camera. So I learned it from then, and now here I am speaking in front of you. And the course that we are enrolled in 3-1 is employability skills. So in this, we particularly focused on grammar and vocabulary, which is really helpful in our competitive examinations too. And when we have campus recruitment training also, they actually focused on training us in vocabulary, and we were familiar with all the topics as we learned in the English lab. And group discussion, we actually sit in the classroom and we don't know each other. Like even I don't know my friends how they talk. So in the group discussion, I got to know how they think and how do they present themselves by communicating with themselves. So it was really fun in the group discussion too. And in my personal experience, case study is one of the best thing I've done, because I actually interacted with a senior who is 3 years older than me, and she has experience of 3 years. So in the industry, she actually gave me pretty much suggestions. If I have no case study in this course, I wouldn't have reached her and talked to her. So I connected her through LinkedIn and sent her a professional email to her to give me a mock case study. And also a resume. Like, firstly, I handed over a resume to my teacher, and she actually corrected many mistakes from the resume. I thought it's perfect, but it's not. And that's the reason why I did my second resume, and it was perfect. And that's it. I learned a lot from that. And resume too. I thought self introduction and resume are the same. And I presented my resume just like the self introduction, but it's not. And they actually explained the this difference between the self introduction and resume too. So I did both that. And even in the self introduction, they gave me a time limit of doing that in 1 minute. So I have to optimize what I'm speaking. I don't have to lag it out. So I spoke only the important things that I have to speak in the introduction to. And when I'm giving the mock interview too, um, they didn't ask me the questions like introduce and about yourself or the regular questions. They asked me about the projects that I've done, the experience that I've gained from the projects, and many more things that hackathons and all. So it felt so good talking like that. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
So thank you, Vanilla. I hope the EduTech tools which we have used definitely helped us in doing all these things. And I can say Hari sir is like a big fan of technology. And though he's not from software background, he always tries to bring some new tools and apps where we can improve our language. And it is also easy to get access of it. But still there are students who worried initially, but now they are doing absolutely well by using all those edutech tools. So here we have Sanjay, who is very much interested to share his experience. So let me give it to Sanjay.
Good afternoon, Hari sir. Good afternoon, Madhvi ma'am, and good afternoon, Divya ma'am. I am Sanjay Krishna from 3rd CSSE, Lendi Institute of Engineering and Technology. Today I am here to share my personal experience about our ELCS lab Lendi. At first, when I joined the college, I was like, we should only concentrate on the technical knowledge. But after entering into our ELCS lab Lendi, I came to know that we should also concentrate on the personal development skills. Till then, I don't know what are the personal skills. But after coming to lab, they used to teach how to groom our hair, how to insert, how to make our set properly, and even small mistakes also they are teaching us how to settle it. And we felt lab is like the place, the environment where we used to learn new things, and we make mistakes and we learn from our mistakes. This is the place where I made lots of mistakes and learned lots of new things. Here I came to know how to talk with the people, how to address anything. And at first I don't know how to hold even a mic, simple thing I don't know at the starting initial stage. But now I am that much confidence that I have that much confidence that I can handle over 100 of number of people. Yeah, I want to thank our ELCS lab for this, for giving me this opportunity, and the staff over here also very interactive with us. I never felt like they are staff. They are like our parents only. They used to teach us the things also with very utmost care, and they are very interactive, and they are talking them. We also feel like talking to our own people only. They used to teach us very carefully, and even Hari sir also used to be very friendly with us, and he also used to teach and cover our mistakes. Yeah, thank you for giving me this opportunity.
I just want to add a point to Sanjay words. We Team English strongly believe on learning by doing. So everything, for example, if a student does some mistake, we never ask him not to do that mistake. We'll allow him first. And then through our actions, we'll make them understand what mistake they have done, and they themselves try to rectify it. This is how we are training students with like various soft skills. And definitely, I think when they go in their professional journey, these are going to help them. Thank you, sir. That's all from our side.
Great to hear, even if we are 2 minutes exceeded with the time and we have got another two examiners to introduce to. Still, I have something urgent, important to say. Vanilla, both the names are fit for this girl because in Vanilla, it's a large, and Vanilla is also quite interesting. Both these names, which were given by Madam Shravani to her, given an appropriate expression. Yes, as Vanilla says, it was awesome that the students who realize the pleasure would automatically convert from normal practice to real success. Just before Madhavi ma'am joins, I was talking to Divya. Divya was a 10-year ago past out of this campus, and by then only one platform that we had is E Plus Club. I think, well, she could have remembered that we have one E Plus Club several times across Andhra Pradesh, and that was the only platform we had. But now we have converted the lab for the Practice Pro. So thank you so much. We have understood your happiness, and most of your friends were just giggling themselves. Ayo, if I could not have got the opportunity, why didn't I not get the opportunity? You have shouldered the volunteered responsibility. Thank you so much for your introductions. And now I take privilege in talking about Divya, one or two words. We well remember those days. She was she was very, very funny in the classroom. She was quite emotional, well connected with the friends. That was the batch I had a very good rapport with them. IT was the least preferred branch by then, if I not wrong, or if Divya doesn't accept it, it is for the sake of admissions. By then it happened, but this batch had got 51 members. All 51 are having their own perception towards the goal. And then I well remember these 51 who rocked the performances inside and who studied very well and who withstood with the competition outside well, and they settled in the lives very well. So such interesting background that Divya has. I request now Divya to come back in introducing herself. Thanks for giving all the best for the alma mater as an alumni. Please speak about yourself, Divya.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I quite agree with you because IT was the least preferred branch, the last one anyone would opt for. And I happened to be in IT. It's not like by choice, but then the experiences that I gained from Lendi, I think it's one of the first few batches that I joined, and there were tremendous opportunities provided by Lendi in gaining some real life exposure that definitely did help me as I grew in my career, uh, all through my career. And to give you a quick introduction about myself, like I'm Divya Mutundi, so I come from the same college. I passed out in 2014 as information technology professional. Then I joined IBM, and currently I'm with Adobe as a senior people analytics business partner. And some of you were speaking about the case studies, and I'm very interested that you got a chance to work on the case studies, because if you want to apply for some, like they call it farm companies, case studies are a must, and they check on your case study skills, like how you work on a case study. And that's part of the interview curriculum as well. So I'm glad you got to do that. And I'm excited to speak to as many of you and get to know you and help you through this process.
That's great. Is that all about you, Divya?
Yeah, I can go long. So maybe I can quickly share like how my journey has been. So after Lendi, I got into IBM the right. I think I took 1 month break and then I got into IBM. And maybe I can give you an example of how it went. So I was working in IBM. In the first year, they were talking about patents, and most of the my batchmates like who joined as freshers weren't like very much aware of what patents is. But I did get the exposure of patents and what different process of patenting is from Lulendi itself. So we had that part of curriculum back then at 2014, which is a niche one. Not a lot of people know that. And that did help me a lot. So I was able to publish a lot of articles, and get a lot of patents published as well. And a lot of knowledge that I gained from Lendi helped with that. And that was one of the first few steps that helped me build a career ladder. So my exposure to patents helped me build into the next level. So I got promoted very quickly in the organizations compared to others. So the skills that you're gaining here is definitely going to help as long as you apply them. And sometimes you might feel that whatever you learned is not going to help you. Like in the first year or second year, I learned a lot from my college, but it's not helping me. But it would come back in a circle. So once you go in the ladder, maybe 10 years down the lane. So the English skills that you're learning here, especially after 10 years down the lane, when you go into leadership positions in your career, they would come back full in circle and you would need to apply them. So then you would remember, yes, this is what I learned and I can easily apply now.
Yes. Fantastic approach in bringing out your introduction. Still, you have something to say, or?
No, I'm good.
Thanks. I'm elated with joy to look at the offshoot, how it has come now. A fantastic presentation. Thanks, Divya. You have done all the best for us. In fact, what all that you have taken from this institution, and you are now giving it back in this assignment. We are lucky to have you, and I hope all the student friends will be utilizing the opportunity that is coming to you, another 1.5 hours that she'll be there with you, and kindly exchange the thought and enjoy the company of her. And now I have one good old friend and then one of the senior teachers in the fold of ELT of our Telugu states, Ma'am Madhavi, working at Bangalore campus now, ma'am, or Hyderabad?
Yes,
Bangalore campus. She works for Bangalore campus of Geetham University, and she's heading the Department of English Language. And of course, she talks to you now in giving away her introduction. Ma'am Madhavi, please.
Thank you, Herbert. It's very nice to see you after a long time. I remember we met during 2010, I think, a PhD time.
Yes, they're at Hyderabad campus. They're at Hyderabad.
No, Visakhapatnam.
In Visakhapatnam.
Visakhapatnam campus.
Right.
I was working at the Geetham Visakhapatnam campus.
Yes.
I'm there with Geetham since 2007. Joined for PhD by 2009 or 10, I remember.
Yeah, 10.
There in the interactions, we met with each other, and there was a big group of mad people, as you said, towards interested in technology interaction. Like integrating technology is a passion that time, because that was a very new and emerging era for integrating technology using language lab, other apps for learning English language. That was my specialization. I've taken that in my PhD thesis also. I started my working by this time. I've completed 28 years of teaching, and in Geetham it is 18 years. And after during my career in Geetham, I've taught MBA and BBA students for 6 years with the business communication, managerial communication, and such kind of subjects, where activities were more actually speaking. And as you said, learning by doing was going on there. After that, I got transferred to Bangalore campus, Ketam, Bangalore. There I started with engineering students. Right now, I think you have engineering students there. Engineering, almost all the branches, like mechanical, ECE, CSC, IT. Nowadays, it is all AI together with CSC. So such kind of branches. But wherever we go, anyhow, the students require communication skills that too integrated with the technology. But later on, it moved on to science students, MTech, MSc, and BSc students. Right now, we have School of Humanities and Social Sciences, wherein you have BA English, BA Economics, BA Political Science, and so on. Everywhere it is undergraduate students, almost similar syllabus for communication skills. But it changed over the years. As we started that time, it was the initial phase where we were having grammar, some lessons, prose, poetry, along with communication skills in general, soft skills. But over the period, it changed, and right now, as you are explaining everything over there with the activity based and also all language lab and case studies, group discussions, interviews, mock interviews of this kind, it's all the trend now. But even then, I can say this is very unique kind of exercise where you are involving the external faculty into the mock interview processes. Because I've seen through my career, like here also for humanities and social sciences, I was a director till last month. To bring the students into the communication skills and also that kind of interest as your students are talking about. They are really very much interested. I can see that I'm very much enthusiastic to talk to them during the interviews, But this part, I have seen through the project also. In one UGC project, I've worked with an employability skills software, which can imbibe skills through the software by themselves. It's a customized one. I experimented with the students in 2013-16 with that project, but it is really difficult to bring them all together in this manner. Congratulations to you to do such kind of exercise. And anyhow, my experience goes on. If I start talking about it, it takes time. I've done my projects and published papers and administrative work. Anyhow, we have done head of the department and also business English certificate and also the student affairs, especially wherein all the students are involved in different activities, different student clubs, through which they can come into activities not only for English language, even to completely develop their personality. Only an English teacher can take a student through all varieties of activities. Maybe it is engineering, management, or science, or anyone. That's what my experience says. And I can see you doing that practically on ground. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. And we'll be always with you. And if at all you have the next project to take it forward anyway with the technology into ELT, you please suggest us, and the team of teachers are here. And in the next, maybe in the next couple of months, we are trying to have an activity called Faculty Development or Improvement Program. By then, we'll definitely ask you to be part of us. And let's go hand in hand. Thank you for your kindness. What a humility, and you have come down and you are with us for another 1 hour. That will be a learning experience for all our students, not only an assessment. And with this, we have come to an end. We are 15 minutes delayed, but from now we can definitely get into the crux of the interview. And I'm breaking out the rooms. In fact, Ma'am Lata, to which, who is the
Divya ma'am,
exam
sir.
that you're taking?
Yes, sir.
Divya
Slot,
ma'am. Yeah.
slot 5, Divya ma'am, sir.
All right. I'm putting Divya into room 5 and then slot 5 also into room 5. Right. Throughout the journey, the support examiners will help you. Kindly take it forward. And obviously, Madhavi ma'am into room 6. And then slot 6 also is put into room 6. Shravani ma'am, you'll take it forward.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.